Hey family, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring another video, a reading this time. I know it's been a while and I need to just start doing them regularly because I really am always getting these downloads. I'm always getting songs. I'm always observing things happening in the environment that that I know God has given me messages on. I just need to do the videos consistently. So I want to get better at that. So I don't know what I'll get into with this. I should put the disclaimer on there. This is a timeless reading, so it could be past, present, or future. Some things could have already happened. Some things could be happening now. Some could happen in the future. Um, if I say divine masculine, sometimes I mean divine feminine. If I say sometimes I'll say divine feminine, I mean divine masculine. So take what resonates and leave the rest if it doesn't fit. Don't try to force it. Use the terms masculine and feminine as they apply to your situation. If you would like to work with me on individual couples, if you want me to do a speaking engagement, family groups, work on twin flame things, getting into union, staying in union. If you want to work on attracting wealth, abundance, prosperity, riches, just in general, attracting the things that you deserve and desire into your life, feel free to reach out to me. So let me get into the reading. So to get into it, I've been seeing a lot lately, kids, mom and kids, dad and kids, mom and dad and kids, mom and dad couples. One day I saw two people in, it was like a sandwich shop, sitting back to back, and they were both eating. But what was highlighted to me was that they're both there. So to me, that says that maybe, and this is a collective reading, but in your experience, maybe in the recent past, or it could be now, could be in the near future, that there was a falling out. Maybe you had some words, you had a misunderstanding with each other, and you're both still there, but just, working through. So, and then since then, I've seen a lot of couples, like I said, together, mom and dad, mom, dad, and the kids separately, but coming together. Seen just a lot of, I saw a couple of weddings recently. That was like, yeah. So divine masculine might have responded. And, this is spring, summer is coming too. The weather is warm. People want to get outside. They want to show skin. Sometimes they just want to be outside. But you might be talking about, oh, your friend's wedding is coming up, this person, that person, or I saw this wedding and this little flower girl was so cute, whatever it is. And the divine masculine might be thinking about proposing very soon. And if you've had a little tiff, a falling out, often just, if you follow what I'm saying, often a conflict can come just before a person wants to get closer to you. So it can be that they're about to distance themselves. But if you know you're divine masculine, nothing is wrong in the relationship. You just want to get closer to each other. He and you're wondering what's going on. I feel like we're okay. I feel like we're just growing together, and what's going on. Is he gonna ask me to move in or something? Then all of a sudden it hits you, and he does ask you to move in, to get married, whatever the case may be. And you're blindsided because you just had this falling out. You just had this, disagreement. Like, what's going on? But sometimes people, and it could be masculine or feminine, um, sometimes people don't know how to tell you that they love you, that they want to be closer to you, that they want to spend forever with you. Sometimes it's like an adjustment that they have to make. Think they have to move and shift some things in their lives. And then they can tell you. Some things were sticking out to me while I was reading, and they were related to my divine masculine. And I was saying to myself, this, the telepathy between us is just off the charts. And so much, I picked up so many different things. For some people, they don't always talk a lot, they take action. That's who they are. And that's why they get to certain levels of success, because they do things, they don't talk about things. So in this case, some things were sticking out to me as I was reading some things that he was writing. And I was saying, he's talking about what he observes in me and what he has wanted in a partner. And it's interesting to see a person communicate that way, because you don't see it. You don't always see that. But for a person, like I said, doesn't really talk a lot, takes action, and you have to be understanding. But again, like I said, the telepathy is just off the charts. So I pick up so many different things, and sometimes I'll get to a place where I'm like, like I said, you're wondering, well, what's going on? Things seem like they're going okay for a long time. No issues, no problems. And then all of a sudden you get the person being touchy about something that you're like, that is not something to be touchy about. That's not something to argue about. It's not something to have a disagreement over. But this person is trying to adjust to the idea of being with you forever. And they don't know how to tell you that they're thinking about it. And sometimes it's a test and you don't even know it's a test. So you can, I would say this in general anyway, when a person is trying to fight with you, they're trying to communicate something else to you. It is not a fight. And especially, usually it's not about the thing that you're arguing about. It's something else. So usually I'm not fighting with you. What do you want? What do you want to tell me? What is it? Because it is not this. What is it? And if the person is honest with you, they'll let you know, do this, and that. So you get like a little blueprint for things. Sorry, this saw a fly, but you get a little blueprint for how to actually do things right so that everything can be okay in your partnership. But it's interesting the way that people communicate, and they don't always know how to tell you that this is what's going on. So I would say you can expect something, a proposal, someone asking you to move in, someone asking you out on a date, getting closer in general. And it can be, if you, Mercury is in retrograde, it was from April 1st until the 25th, and it could be a rough ride for some people. Some people ain't gonna make it. And this often happens, I would say, during retrograde, because it's Communication can be off. Travel, there could be problems with traveling. There could be problems with your electronic devices. Um, Thankfully, there's not been too much on my side, but it seems like, oh my gosh, Mercury gets you with that communication because people are sensitive. They misunderstand what you say, and then the next thing you know, you're into it. You don't even know what happened or why. But just so be careful. So just be careful. Communication, your phones, your computers, your whatever, laptop or desktop, whatever. Um, Traveling, be careful. I was changing my own oil and had a real time getting the bolt off. And so I borrowed a local shop owner's tool to get it off. So I was thankful. That was the day that the eclipse happened. And I don't know if any of you were affected by the eclipse, but it was a very emotional time, I would say. And it's been an emotional time, like physically. A lot of people have been saying they've been tired. And I have too, but then again, I was moving the entire truck by, trying to get that bolt off. But just, I would say, be mindful of that. When a person is trying to fight with you, they're not always trying to push away. They're trying to get closer, and they're trying to figure out a way to do that. They're trying to tell you what they want you to do, trying to test you. They're trying to see, are you the person that they could spend forever with? And it's a funny way of finding out, but like I said, often a person will cause conflict because they know it's going to be an adjustment to get closer, to let a person even closer into their space, into their life, into their business, to know their people, to know their family, all of that. And you might get a flood of stuff coming out. They might be sharing so much information. The next thing you know, you're into it and you're like, wait, what happened? I thought we were getting closer. I thought, everything was okay. And then the next thing you know, fight. But if you can just be patient through that, then it can be something that turns out to be good. As you know, I don't use cards when I read. I just read the experiences and things that have happened, the songs that have come up. One of the songs that came up, I don't know if you remember, a Toni Braxton song called You're Making Me High. It was so funny. I was looking at this video of this song and I was like, it was so funny to see that come up. But looking at the lyrics, if I could just tell you some of these lyrics that are in the song. So I'm gonna tell you. But overall, it's a person telling another person, that they're attractive. So it's, of course, a one-sided video, so the other person doesn't get to respond or anything. But in other songs that have come up, I'll tell you about these lyrics in a second, but other songs that have come up, Jagged Edge, if you remember, Promise. This song, if you remember, Jordan Sparks and Chris Brown made this song called No Air. And this song says something like, and don't quote me on it, but if you want to look up the lyrics, you could see, but it says something like, living without you is like living in a world with no air. How do you expect me to live alone with just me when my world revolves around you? It's so hard for me to breathe. So tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. It's how I feel whenever you ain't there. But, it's a serious song. Um, and if you think about it, because without oxygen, we can't live. Could probably hold our breath a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and then that's it. So living without a person, if that's like breathing, like living with no air, you can't survive. So another song I was saying, the Jagged Edge Promise. Forever, such a very long time. Of course, we know that. Making this promise to me and you. So why would we let this thing go? Promise that I'll stay true. Don't let nobody say it ain't so. Promise that I will never leave and everything will be all right. I promise these things to you. Girl, just believe I promise, or you could switch. Boy, just believe I promise. Other songs that have come up, just some old school songs like SWV, Rain, the song that everyone loves so much, I Get So Weak in the Knees. So the song is called Weak. But I was also, what came up for me, it was strange, this song by Floetry, All You Gotta Do Is Say Yes. Interesting. A lot of wedding songs, a lot of songs about the person they don't want to live without you. They can't live without you. And I think they want to know that you feel the same. They're afraid that you don't feel the same way. Law of attraction, if we'll add that into the mix, you're attracting songs like this so that you can see what's going on in your own life. So remember, I know it's profound, it's interesting, can be dense. Just think about it. The environment is a mirror of what is going on in your life. So these songs are happening to show you what's in this person's mind, what's going on in your life, and they could be planning to propose this promise. Can't live without you. You're always on my mind. They want you to stay. Oh, the lyrics, you're making me high. Let me just put a little disclaimer on this, because these lyrics are really something. When I look back on the lyrics, what they really, I would say, got away with when, they brought this stuff out and little kids are listening to this. When I look back on it, I cannot believe what it was. I always think of you inside of my private thoughts. And then the next line I won't say. But that's why I want you so bad. If you look up these lyrics, you will see what I'm talking about. Pretty explicit, I would say, lyrics. Just a lot, but this person may be thinking of you that way. Or, if you're thinking of this person that way. But anyway, you think if you're marrying a person, you get the whole person. So, but just keep in mind, it's every part of them that loves you, and they cannot control it. And but they like I said, they want to know that the person that they met and were with all this, and this is another word that came out, like excitement and things like that, the same person, the excitement, you're wanting to see them, want to talk to them, want to shower them with love and all that. They want to know that that's going to be the same when they get married to you too. So I would say, and we were talking about this before, the glow up. The glow up is still happening. Both of you are still looking fantastic. But if you have been lazy, or if they've been lazy, for both of you, I would encourage you to step it up, to just don't have a glow up for like 2 minutes and let it die. Keep going with the glow up. Keep going with keeping yourself looking fantastic, and maximize that, so that you're really showing each other that you want to look great, that you want to feel great, that you want to be great for each other. You want to keep the same energy. And I think it really helps to encourage the other person, because they are thinking about that. Okay, well, what happens when you get married? Is it going to fall off? Whatever. But also considering we have so many different responsibilities in a day. Work, if you have kids, you got kids to take care of. If you got whatever it is, you got so many things to take care of. Your house, you got work. If you got the relationship, you're maintaining that, your friendships, all these things that you're doing. And you are it's like a juggling act. Make the person that you're with, your partner, a priority, so that they know that you're definitely going to continue to make them a priority throughout your relationship, partnership, union, throughout your life. And I think it will go over better when you do that, because they'll see, okay, they're making an effort. Okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. Okay, this means that when we get married, this is what I'm going to see, because it's deceptive to start something and then just fall off. Especially if it's something you're doing on purpose. It's different if you're like, oh, my priority shifted. Now I'm working like 60 extra hours during the week, so I can't really do what I used to do. So just find a way, make sure that you're seeking balance. That's another word. Seek balance, so that you are not running into that issue. And then I think it would go over better. I was trying to think of other songs that came up, but just so many different songs about getting married, making a promise, all these things, the chemistry, action between the two of you, the flame keeps burning brighter and brighter, just keeps getting stronger. The way that you express it might be different, but it never goes away between twin flames, at least. Some people might be, soulmates, high level soulmates, things like that. It could be a partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, partner, whatever you call the person. But can be the chemistry is still amazing. And so if you find a way to express that, I think that's one of the most important things. And for men, for the masculine energy, I'll say, to feel desired, but for women also to feel connected. So keep this in mind. But I mean, you always ask your partner, hey, what do you want? Or if they express it to you, like, you try to do it, so that they are feeling love, that their cup feels full. All right, I know it's been this video is almost 25 minutes. Okay, so just again, listen to, read, watch, look at pictures of things that will inspire you. Another word that has been coming up beside the balance is sometimes you're revisiting situations, trying to negotiate, trying to, and if you missed something or if something went wrong, then you can maybe make it right the second time around. Sometimes it won't work, and that's the way it goes, but other times it's fine. So just keep these things in mind that sometimes if you can work with, be around, collaborate with good people, you do it. If you can't, you keep finding out things, about people, and that's great either way. You find out what you need to know. All right, so, but keep glowing up, keep showing each other that you love each other, that you're, really excited about each other. Keep the enthusiasm going when you do that. It's just amazing what you can get out of the situation that you're in. All right, family, thanks so much for joining me. I'm going to bring you another video, another reading soon, but come to this channel for all things law of attraction and spiritual work, whether it's building business, time management, budgeting, these things. What you're going to get is all things spiritual from this channel. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. And you can check out my TikTok channel for I've had tips on there about time management, budgeting, about dating. So thank you so much again for joining me. My information is in the description below if you'd like to work with me, and I will see y'all soon. Love y'all as always. Happy lightning fast manifesting. See you soon. Bye for now.